Now more of our interview with the author of the new book about the murder of 4 University of Idaho students, with the focus on the suspect in the case, Bryan Kohberger and his family. In the days after the slayings, were they suspicious that he could be the killer? Here's Jim Murray.
In the quiet pre-dawn hours of November 13th, 2022, the serene college town of Moscow, Idaho, awoke to an unimaginable horror. A crime so heinous, it would grip the nation and forever alter the lives of its residents. Nestled in the rolling hills of northern Idaho, Moscow is home to the University of Idaho, where students pursue dreams amidst a backdrop of academic ambition and close-knit community ties. The university, recognized for its value and academic excellence, offers over 200 areas of study, fostering a vibrant student life. On November 13th, 2022, this serene environment was shattered when 4 students, Kaylee Goncalves, Madison Mogen, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin, were tragically murdered in their off-campus residence. This unprecedented event deeply affected the community, leading to increased security measures and collective mourning. In response, the university established scholarships in the victims' names and created a memorial garden to honor their memories. The case drew national attention, and as legal proceedings continue, the Moscow community remains united in its pursuit of justice and healing. Kaylee Goncalves, 21, was a senior at the University of Idaho, majoring in general studies and a member of the Alpha Phi sorority. Known for her adventurous spirit, Kaylee had plans to travel to Europe after graduation and was preparing to move to Texas for a new job opportunity. Her close bond with Madison Mogen, whom she had known since childhood, was evident in their shared experiences and deep friendship. Madison Mogen, also 21, was a marketing major and a member of the Pi Beta Phi sorority. Her creativity and warmth touched everyone she met. Madison worked alongside Xana Kernodle at the Mad Greek restaurant in downtown Moscow, where she applied her marketing skills to manage the restaurant's social media campaigns. Xana Kernodle, 20, was a junior majoring in marketing and a member of the Pi Beta Phi sorority. Known for her infectious laughter and kindness, Xana had a passion for helping others. She was in a relationship with Ethan Chapin, and they often spent time together, bringing joy to those around them. Ethan Chapin, 20, was a freshman from Conway, Washington. As a triplet, he shared a special bond with his siblings. Ethan was known for his charismatic presence and positivity, which left a lasting impact on his friends and family. Together, these 4 individuals contributed significantly to the University of Idaho community, and their untimely loss has left a profound void. On the evening of November 12, 2022, University of Idaho students Kaylee Goncalves and Madison Mogen visited the Corner Club, a local bar in Moscow, from 10 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. They then stopped by a food truck at 1:40 a.m. before returning home at 1:56 a.m. Meanwhile, Xana Kernodle and her boyfriend, Ethan Chapin, attended a fraternity party at the Sigma Chi House, returning to their residence around 1:45 a.m. In the early hours of November 13th, between 4 a.m. and 4:25 a.m., an unknown assailant fatally stabbed the 4 students in their off-campus home. The crime scene showed no signs of forced entry, and 2 other roommates in the house were unharmed. The tragic event left the Moscow community in shock and mourning. On November 13th, 2022, at 11:58 a.m., a 911 call was made from the cell phone of one of the surviving roommates, reporting an unconscious person at the residence. The call was placed inside the house, and multiple individuals spoke with the dispatcher. Upon arrival, first responders discovered the lifeless bodies of Kaylee Goncalves, Madison Mogen, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin, all victims of a brutal stabbing. The crime scene showed no signs of forced entry, and the 2 surviving roommates were unharmed. This tragic discovery marked the beginning of a complex and heart-wrenching investigation that has deeply affected the Moscow community. In the aftermath of the tragic murders of 4 University of Idaho students on November 13th, 2022, investigators faced a challenging case with no signs of forced entry and 2 surviving roommates unharmed. The Moscow Police Department, supported by state and federal agencies, launched an extensive investigation, meticulously analyzing thousands of tips and pieces of evidence. A pivotal breakthrough occurred when DNA evidence was discovered on a knife sheath at the crime scene, which was linked to Bryan Kohberger, a 28-year-old criminology PhD student at Washington State University. Further incriminating evidence included surveillance footage and cell phone data placing Kohberger near the victim's residence during the time of the murders. Despite defense efforts to suppress this genetic evidence, recent court rulings have upheld its admissibility, allowing it to be presented at trial. As the legal proceedings advance, the community remains vigilant, seeking justice for the victims. On December 30th, 2022, Bryan Kohberger, a 28-year-old criminology PhD student at Washington State University, was arrested at his family's home in Chestnut Hill Township, Pennsylvania. He was charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of felony burglary in connection with the November 13th, 2022, stabbing deaths of 4 University of Idaho students. The arrest, conducted by the Pennsylvania State Police and the FBI SWAT team, provided a measure of relief to the Moscow community, which had been grappling with grief and fear since the tragic incident. Kohberger was held without bond at the Monroe County Correctional Facility and later extradited to Idaho to face charges. Bryan Kohberger's legal proceedings have garnered significant national attention. Despite defense motions to suppress key DNA evidence, arguing that the investigative genetic genealogy used violated his constitutional rights, Judge Stephen Hippler ruled that the process was lawful, allowing the DNA evidence to be presented at trial. Prosecutors are seeking the death penalty, underscoring the severity of the alleged crimes. The defense contended that capital punishment is outdated and violates international treaties. However, the judge upheld its consideration in this case. The trial is scheduled to commence in August 2025, with both prosecution and defense preparing for a closely watched legal battle. The proceedings have been moved to Boise, Idaho, to ensure a fair trial, given the extensive media coverage and community impact in Moscow. As the trial date approaches, the nation remains attentive to developments in this high-profile case. The tragic loss of 4 University of Idaho students in November 2022 profoundly impacted the Moscow community. In response, the university and local residents initiated several memorials to honor the victims. The University of Idaho awarded posthumous degrees to Madison Mogen and Kaylee Goncalves, both seniors, during the May 2023 commencement ceremony. Additionally, the families of the victims established scholarships in their names to support future students. In August 2024, the university unveiled the Vandal Healing Garden and Memorial, a space designed for reflection and remembrance, featuring a sculpture created by students from the College of Art and Architecture. This garden serves as a testament to the community's resilience and commitment to healing. As legal proceedings continue, the Moscow community remains united, honoring the memories of Kaylee, Madison, Xana, and Ethan through these enduring tributes. The journey toward justice for the IDAHO4 is ongoing. As the trial approaches, the nation watches closely, hoping for answers and accountability. The Moscow community has shown remarkable resilience, coming together to honor Kaylee, Madison, Xana, and Ethan. Through memorials, scholarships, and ongoing support for their families, their legacy continues to inspire change. This case serves as a stark reminder of the importance of safety, vigilance, and unity in times of tragedy. Justice may take time, but the commitment to seeking the truth remains unwavering. If you want to stay updated on this case and other true crime stories, be sure to like and subscribe to Dolly Vision for in-depth coverage and discussions. Your support helps bring awareness to these important cases. Thank you for watching, and remember to keep the memories of Kaylee, Madison, Xana, and Ethan alive by advocating for justice and community strength.
Cold, wet, and somber night in Moscow, where people have gathered to remember 4 students murdered in their off-campus home. This is a live look at the candlelight vigil that's just about to get underway. It was 2 years ago today the college town was left shocked by the murders of Kaylee Goncalves, Madison Mogen, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Kirsten O'Connor. Tonight, the man accused of killing those 4 students, Bryan Kohberger, is sitting in an Ada County jail. Marissa Rio joins us now live from the vigil.
This has been a long 2 years of mourning and healing for the community here in Moscow. 2 years ago today, this community learned the horrific passing of those 4 University of Idaho students. And since then, we've seen their home on King Road demolished. But as time passed, demolished turned into creation. And that's exactly what you guys are seeing here behind me at the Vandal Healing Garden and Memorial. So many students in the community are here circling around the garden. I just seen candles passed by. They're playing quiet music and everyone is here. It's just a safe space for everyone to grieve. Tonight's vigil is put on by the university student body government, and we will be here throughout tonight's vigil. We'll have more for you tonight at 6:30. Live in Moscow, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.